Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today we are going to do Tainted Judas to Mother. But to make it slightly more interesting, we're going to type in this seed, and now we're festive. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you can't actually really see it with this character as it turns out, but I'll just probably be using this thing throughout the next week or so, because it gives you a little Santa hat. Now it looks like a little paper hat made out of his own skin color. But I mean, when you're not playing as Tainted Judas, it'll look very festive. I prepared this excellently. Let's move on. We're just gonna try to defeat Mother. That's the goal for today. The nice thing about this seed is that you can actually use it while unlocking stuff. There is like a list of I think it's like 70 something seeds in the game that, rather than being for a specific run, for a specific like floor layout and everything, it just gives you little differences. Like there's a couple that actually block unlocks because they make you too powerful due to blocking all curses and stuff like that, which is obviously just a pretty nice way to play the game if you want to chill out and want to play without Curse of Darkness for once. But there is also a couple other ones which just make your character grayscale or something like that. It'll, I think there's a big head mode there. There's gotta be a big head mode, because there's one in every game. There's, the controllable fetus thing is over there. I don't know if I want to take that, because I do like me some brimstone action at times, since it is very capable of clearing rooms. But simultaneously having bombs is also just kind of nice. Having said that, with this character, I think I can do pretty much whatever I want, so it doesn't really matter that much. We're just gonna move on, although there is a lot of things that I wouldn't mind. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't mind blowing up, actually. Oh no. Because there's a tinted rock here, there's a great chest there, there's a whole bunch of money in the other place like this, and there's that chest which I don't really want to touch, but still it's there, I suppose. So, maybe I'll make use of it once, just for the sake of, probably the tinted rock, actually. Although I'm a little tempted to at least gamble on the gray chest to see if we can get a bomb out of it. It would be not a good idea, though. That's really the only thing stopping me. It would not be in my best interests by any means, but, you know. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, I accidentally... Hey, we got the bomb anyway. And arguably, you could say, should have just gone for the coins, but fortunately there was a bomb in there as well. This is the power that the Black Santa hat brings for you, because it gives more bombs. It's actually a really unfair modifier when you think about it. And that's what we're using to defeat probably the hardest run in the game, which is Tainted Judas to do genuinely anything. Because he's just such a difficult character, and it's good to have a little bit of a safety net during these troublesome times. I could buy a new bomb from the shop, and I'm a little tempted. Whoops, I was not ready for that. Especially with all this money, I might actually buy a bomb. Just because I think it might be worthwhile to have at least one, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's just what we're gonna do. I could buy a battery and blow up some more stuff as well with that Dr. Fetus remote thing, but we're just gonna move on. We got 15 coins, that might be useful on the next floor to create an arcade room. And I'm sure it'll be fine. The thing that we got Shoop the Whoop, which is just such a good item early game, especially just because it clears so much stuff. We're Tainted Judas, so we're just gonna fly through everything all the time. So there's no real sense of danger a lot of the time with this character. If we ignore those heads in the middle, they'll never attack us. Like, there's just a bunch of nice things going on right now. Sacrifice Room's probably a little bit more difficult to use as this character than it is on most other ones, but that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Knockout drops are a mystery item. I mean, I have gotten rather fond of these items. So, you know, occasionally we're gonna have to hear the sound of the boxing glove hitting an enemy and instantly destroying them sometimes, actually. So it's not bad. It's just a little scary when suddenly an enemy flies into you. Whoop. That's so good. I love this character so much. He's just so strong, and then we get a credit card, so devil deals actually become a little more interesting than they ordinarily are. I don't love these enemies very much, because I cannot use my zippy zaps to go through them, and then I accidentally took some damage. I do actually kind of want to survive, I suppose. Oh god. At least until we can use this credit card, I guess, but as it stands, we're making this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be, so we're gonna look for tinted rocks for a moment here, because my health is getting worrying. I don't love that very much, but oh well. We can maybe still make this work. That could be a Degas rune, you never know. And there could just be a soul heart for sale. Should I blow the donation machine with Tainted Judas? I feel like that's just ridiculous. There must be a better way. I'm sure we can just get flight from the devil deal, and we can get that bomb, and then we can get that rune for free. That's gonna be the plan, I think. We're just gonna get a devil deal with flight that we can take with the credit card and not worry about life so much. Like, how nice is that? I suppose if I let that little ghost just destroy a bunch of buckets, there's a decent chance that maybe we could have gotten, like, a thing out of it. Also, probably used to didn't save that charge for the next room, the actual boss itself, but, you know, it's only wormwood. Who dies to wormwood? Yeah, that'll be a trip. Anyway, I'm sure we won't again. I am a little panicked after that Tainted Lost run, because that was... it's still very much... It's not exactly fresh in my mind, because I did record it on a different day than I'm recording this one, I suppose, but... It's still, the memories are still there. Surprised that he hasn't gone into his little weird phase yet. Fair enough, I suppose. It should be now? Yeah, there you go. This is famously known as his little weird phase, where eventually he goes through the wall and then kills you, guaranteed. Because and there's just no way to prevent that death, unfortunately. It has to be done. This is probably the slowest wormwood kill I've had in a while, though. And all these little misses everywhere are not helping out in that front either. But I feel like the boxing gloves are actually being fairly helpful right now. So that's at least something. There you go. Magic 8 ball with a strength card. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good devil deal, and it doesn't immediately destroy my ender room chances, and also gave me a really good build instantly. So that's looking pretty good. Don't mind the credit card. Pretty good card. Definitely good if you get a really, really strong devil deal, and look at that. That's just lovely. That's about as good as a devil deal gets, really, so don't mind it. I think I'm just gonna go for this. Don't hate the idea, because almost any rune, I was gonna say any rune, and then I saw it's gonna be good. Do you have any more bombs? No. Yeah, that was a poor choice. Alright, let's move on. Let's get a bomb on the next floor. Let's get 2 bombs on the next floor so we can actually continue this run as well. I mean, technically we could get one on the floor afterwards, I suppose, but still. And we get some planetarium chance because of that magic 8 ball, so that's fun. For a second I thought there were still enemies, but I think I just heard the last sound of a dying enemy and got confused by that instead. Why am I not? Why am I not? You know? Sometimes you gotta look at yourself doing things for a while before you realize, oh, I could just win. I kinda want the tractor beam. I think that's gonna be just swell. It would really make my tier 8 a lot better. And we can also just grab it, I suppose, as the loss. So we do have that going for us. Let's recharge the shoop of the whoop before we go into that big room. I'd also still like to find more soul hearts and such, but I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty much the only thing that can make this run difficult is by not getting any health. Also, forgetting that you can go into curse rooms for free as this character. That's also a pretty good way to not have a great run, I suppose. But we managed to figure that one out eventually, and got there in the end. I don't know if I skipped any curse rooms yet, but if I did, then that's the reason. I simply forgot. Yeah, I don't mind actually having Shoot the Whoop available for that room. This is it's kind of filled to the brim. I mean, with what we have right now, with the Scythes and the Incubus and all that stuff, it doesn't really matter too much, but still, it's a nice little bonus to have for sure. We still have 0 bombs, and that concerns me a little. Little blub also concerns me a little. But not like a whole lot when you can do that and just almost insta-win. So there's that, I suppose. That's a little bit of health, at least. Alright, so far, in terms of consumables, this is a pretty gray floor. We get exactly nothing. I mean, the question mark item could be... good. It could be good. The question mark item could be good. It could be 5 bombs. And then we wouldn't have to worry about our consumables count anymore. But simultaneously, I feel like the odds of that are not exactly in my favor, given that there's like 6 bomb items in the game and then 100 million other ones. Oh. Oh. Alright. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'll take... I mean, I'll take it for now, just because it means we can get some extra consumables, and also with the tier rate added by the thing. The tier rate's added by the tractor beam. I think I'm feeling fairly safe. But yeah, interesting for sure. We got our first bomb. But I did not expect to be able to pick up 2 items in that room, if I'm, if I'm being honest. I mean, I appreciate it for sure, but it's a rare one. And the fact that we got like 1 item just for free and then the other we actually have a choice between 2 of them, like that's just really nice. This is really swell. Very much appreciated. I'd also like to get a 3rd bomb if possible, but I can still visit my shop as well. I'll take that. Shouldn't have taken that. Suddenly realized that... Oh, nah, it doesn't really matter. Well, it matters a little bit, not like a whole lot. But yeah, the shop might have a bomb. So we at least get a 2nd one, hopefully. We will at least get 1 more use out of our thingy here, our Book of 7 Sins. And if not, I think we technically still have 1 more floor after that anyway, if we cannot enter the caves regularly. So that's fine. It's all fine, it's just not great. You'd think that with so much effort that you'd maybe get up another bomb, but yeah. With the reroll machine though, if that reroll machine's on the other side as well, then it doesn't matter too much. Also, I could just die here, I guess, so there is still that option, but that's not exactly the preferred way right now. Yeah, I think this build's fine. This build seems to be handling itself fairly well. We get some more health, a marginal amount of damage. The moment I finally started to actually look at the amount of damage you get from from the meat, I realized that I've been overestimating that item a lot, I feel. I guess it's pretty good with multipliers, but even then, comparatively, it is just not a very good damage item. I suppose it's one of the few item room, or boss room damage items, I suppose, but still. It's still just not super exciting, is it? There's a soul heart there, but I got 1 focus right now, and that is to get a bomb. And that has been acquired. There isn't realistically anything else I can get. So I think what we're gonna do is just move on. I could take Shoop the Whoop, but simultaneously I don't think I really need it from this point on, just because, again, because of that devil deal, which was just incredible. It just gave us so much to work with that it doesn't really matter anymore what we do. We got a strength card, so if we fight Mother in 30 minutes from now, it's gonna be very easy because of that. Because of the strength card. Don't worry, my logic is sound and it makes sense. There's a lover's card right there, which could be useful. Some cool ghosts. The ghost actually died instantly. At least the Skelly ghost, which throws bones all over the place and is an all-around nasty creature, so I'm fairly excited about that. I would like a little bit more health just because we are going to also... it's also just a planetarium here, so that's cool, I guess. Soul, yeah, alright. I'll happily take that. Again, not a great damage up, but it's health, so I'll actually take it. But yeah, since we still need to spend 2 hearts on opening a door later, I'd love to get just a whole bunch of health, and I'm hoping that the Book of Shadows is going to help with that at least a little bit. The soul is pretty much just to know where the boss room is, but then also I think if you destroy the boss with soul, you get rid of Curse of Darkness or something like that. Like, that's some cool stuff there. I don't know if it removes all curses from that floor from that point on, or just Curse of Darkness because of the whole sun effect, but either way, it's just neat. It's just very neat, and I appreciate it. I'd still like to get a bomb at some point, though, because for some reason, the amount of them, even with Book of Shadows, has been somewhat lackluster. And it is not appreciated. I am not pleased by these amounts. Again, with Flight, we'd be able to get quite a lot of them, I feel. But, yeah. No flights. Look at how much money we could get with just the price of one bomb. All these enemies that are dropping bombs as well, maybe I could just let them blow up some stuff, but instead I'm just destroying them every single time. We get a trinket that allows us to use the Book of Shadows, the Book of Sins a bit more. I keep calling it the Book of Shadows, I don't know why. I guess that one's gonna drop a bomb. But that one's a bit big. It's a little bit of a more scary bomb, I suppose, and it's not exactly shooting where I want it to either. Never mind, it's shooting exactly where I need it to. Yep. I could have missed out on those 2 red spiders, you see, and that would have been detrimental to my run in some way. So, we're the winners. Yeah, it's all good. It's all great. Let's just move on. Singe. I don't like Singe. He always worries me a little, and occasionally he hits me with an explosion. That was weird. I don't recall that attack where he just sort of explodes and then does nothing, but yeah, apparently that's the thing he can do. I guess with the gas cloud that's actually fairly effective. Because that would also explode the gas cloud then, and that would be pretty scary. There you go. It's an angel room with Lazarus's rags. I think this turns me into Tainted Lazarus. But that would not work in my favor at all. Because then I'd have one Tainted Lazarus with maybe like a whole build. And then I'd have the other one, which most likely would just have like regular tears. Yeah, that doesn't seem too great. I mean, I guess if I died like right before the boss, I'd have to beat Mother without taking damage. I think I'm just gonna do that regularly at some point. At this stage though, mostly just checking if there was anything I can actually reach. There is that chest, which I'm a little interested in, but again, I just don't have... Even if I get, like, a bomb now, I can't afford it. Ah. Frustrating, but, I mean... We did get a lover's card. I mean, is the pill grabbable here? Maybe it's a... No. No, can't get those either. Okay. We're just gonna leave then. It's fine. It's just a bit of a... It's one of those runs. Occasionally you just don't get bombs. Unfortunately, I spent 1 coin too many, because now it also means that there's no arcade room on this floor. Guaranteed, because I don't have 5 coins, and that's a requirement. But usually, if you haven't gotten bombs on like a whole floor or several floors in a row, then suddenly you only get bombs from that point on, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case today. There you go. A bomb. Ah, God. Oh well. It is what it is. Usually, these chests will be kind enough to occasionally drop a bomb as well, but I guess I'll take 2 soul hearts instead. I suppose that's fine. Sometimes the enemies explode, like you saw there, and the one with the Giga Bomb, so technically we had some explosions. So it's not like I should be too ungrateful at the end of the day. But I am a little bit. Just a little disappointed. Where did these rocks go? Over there. No worries. Empress. Not terrible. Not super exciting. Can I get you to, like, blow up this wall? It seems unlikely, but, I mean, there's a chance. I do kind of need these little poops to not be messing with me like this, though. Alright. No secret rooms. Unfortunate. But at least we tried. Sometimes you gotta make the most of what you got, and if you got yourself an enemy that shoots the bombs, you gotta make him shoot the bombs. Sometimes you take 2 hits of damage in one room, and then immediately get just a friend to give you soul heart again afterward. Sure, that friend was a singular poop, but still I'd call it a good friend at the end of the day, given his services. I also keep forgetting the trickle charge and I keep being surprised. Also, I should have probably used that against the wall. But oh well. That's something. I don't hate it. I do not hate that at all. Cern's just being very kind. I mean, most runs like, with Tainted Judas are fairly frequently quite nice. But this one's no exception, and I appreciate that. I mean, technically that's bombs. I did ask for bombs, I wasn't very specific in what form. So, in a way, thanks game. Similarly with the Horf Pill, I suppose, I did get an explosion, and ultimately that's what I was looking for. But it's just not quite the shape of my appreciation. That's how we're describing that now. Wouldn't mind one more bomb though. Just for a shopkeeper or something to increase those angel room chances. We could just real quickly go to the key piece place, and there could theoretically be a bomb waiting for us. Ay. Luck up. We can't even get that coin because we're missing a bomb or flight. I mean, we could get another bomb in the boss room as well. The tractor beam looks odd there. This character's movement speed is actually really high. Like from the get-go, it's already 1.23, which is just 0.23 higher than any other character. Any other character? Is that actually correct? It might actually be, because most characters are at least at 1 or lower. Don't know how many other characters are actually at higher movement speed. This is just such a good character. I think that Judas is just so good. So great. Such a good time. Watch out for these flames. Yep. Very good. I need to have 2 hearts. I need to actually stop messing around though. In a run where I'm clearly not getting consumables, I do need to be at least a little bit careful about my whole health situation, because I am going to die to a doorway otherwise, and that just seems like a bit of a waste of time for everyone involved. So preferably, no deaths please. I don't know if Soul Rock or Tinted Rock show up in this place at all, actually. I call them Soul Rocks, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what game I'm thinking of that has Soul Rocks, but there's probably a game out there that has something called a Soul Rock. There's Soul Stones. They appear fairly frequently in video games, I suppose. But it does feel different than a Soul Rock for some reason. I'm also just gonna have that key be a little bit further to the right. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know I'm gonna get a bomb later in that area, but it would just be nice to get this part out of the way. I just didn't expect it to be this much more awkward on this side. There you go. I missed a rock. Oop. I mean, again, I am getting a lot of bombs right now. There is a quite large amount of bombs currently available for me. And yet, I am dissatisfied. The game's trying its best, and I'm just not appreciating the efforts put in by the video game. Probably could have gotten a free key there if I had taken the creating a small bridge route, but I think my key count's actually fairly fine anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Let's just move on. Let's go fight a boss. Let's go get 17 bombs from the boss. And then have an easy time for the remainder of this run. That is my prediction. I guess I could also check the shop. For some reason I keep forgetting. I will actually take this. And 0 bombs again. But we did get a bomb and some damage by buying the Keeper's Sack, so that's neat. And another bomb. And some more stats from buying things after buying the Keeper's Sack. So all in all, this is really neat. What was the item here? Oh yeah. The bombs that I was dissatisfied with. Tough twins. I considered taking a bomb into the boss room because I could. And I didn't. And I don't mind. Kinda worked out. Because there's plenty of bombs in this boss fight. And an angel room. And divorce papers. And a bone heart. And a door. And a fish. Should I fight the angel? I mean, if I fight the angel, then I can get these 2 blue flames as well, hopefully. I got 1 blue flame and didn't get a heart from my efforts. I guess it's not really that difficult either, but we did... Ooh, that's actually good. I'd call that worthwhile. So we got full mapping. We get a lot of angel rooms. We get 0 bombs, 0 health. Well, not really 0 health, but not like an abundance. It's just been a weird balance this run, and I don't know how to feel about it. Don't know how to feel about it. I think ultimately it doesn't matter too much, but still. Then you get a curse room with just a bomb inside it, and again, it's just not the type of bomb that I want. I want the bomb that's pleased. A chest that you can open multiple times, it opens once and immediately gives us a soul heart and a luck up. There's the bombs. They were hidden in the challenge room. Maybe that was the case all along. I haven't really done challenge rooms this run. Maybe that's where I went wrong all this time. Though I think we mostly saw boss challenge rooms, so I didn't really have much of an option. That worked out a lot better than I thought it would. I figured I could get away with just being invincible during it with my dark arts, but then I did not... somehow everything bounced into place in a way that actually just destroyed everything. That's just really nice. Casually re-entering this room a whole bunch. Was perhaps hoping for a little bit of health there, but fair enough. I'm just gonna explore this whole floor, I think. Surely there's some more health in here somewhere. There is more bombs. But I'm scared. I don't want to deal with any of that. As much as I would like to have bombs right now, I don't think that's the way I want to have it be done. I'm also not really using my cool aura to make big beams, but that's mostly just because I'm real tough. And occasionally there's buttons that kill everyone. But also I don't really want to stand that close to the enemies. I guess with Dark Arts, this is actually a really good item, isn't it? Hard to say no. Especially with Tractor Beam, because it just makes all your tears go in one place and it just makes it really, really powerful. Yeah, I guess it does work. It doesn't do that much damage, unfortunately, especially when compared to Quad Shot Tractor Beam, but still, it's doing its best. Like, look at that nonsense right there. It's just so much. It's so much damage. I guess with Dark Arts, I could also just zoop past all these spiky rocks and actually get all those chests if I decide to bomb all that stuff, but I don't think I want to bother. Just not that interested. We're finally getting bombs though, so that's nice. I could maybe get some soul hearts out of that machine, but my hubris is telling me not to do it. I am being given explicit instructions to ignore all common sense and instead just try to go for the quick win, which is perhaps a poor choice, but it's the choice I've made today. I guess in terms of actually like timing your shots, it's a little awkward to have quad shot because there's these big gaps in my tears, and then there's also the eye drops, which really make it confusing. Yeah, this is fine. Oh god, what are you doing? It's only a big dash move. I wasn't ready for that. Does this do anything? Tear rate up. And it makes my tears something. I might go for this, actually. This might actually work fairly well. I did say might. I'm not sure if it really is good. It's hard to tell. I can't really tell if it's better than what I already had, realistically speaking, but yeah. It does make it look like something. That's good. Ooh. That could be exciting. Because I'm guessing those are all... I was going to say they were all going to be part of the tractor beam as well, but I guess these are not? That's odd. I mean, I guess they are shooting from different eyes rather than my cool tractor beam eye, but still.
Of spades. Justice.
Just a little surprised by it all. Justice. Ooh. Neat. All in all, pretty good deals. Let's move on. One more floor before we can no longer get shot, so I'm happy that we got Oh, so many things. I'd love a reroll machine in my shop just because we got that 50% off as well, so we can just really just buy everything we want. That would just be neat. Yeah, I think this trinket is definitely the better choice, if only for aesthetic purposes. That's good enough for me. I was kind of hoping the secret room was there, actually. It seemed like it would be plausible. Yeah, this is what tiers are supposed to look like. In case you missed, they briefly go backwards again, and then you get another shot. It's wonderful. It's actually really good. I'm worried about these gigantic tears coming off of those masks, though, because I'm fairly sure they would hurt me a lot. I need to get used to that brimstone attack. I have been getting hit a lot by that lately. And I need to stop that nonsense. Virus, that's a speed up. I look forward to one day, like, playing Afterbirth Plus again rather than Repentance. And just getting a speed down every time I get the virus and then going like, oh. Which, I guess if I played a game on the Switch, I'd still have that issue. Although I think Repentance is coming for that, or is available for that. I'm not really sure what the status of it is, but either way, I guess that would be my current experience if I tried to play it. If Repentance is on Switch, I should probably just get it on that, because I think that would be very comfy. I like my spectral tiers. I'm actually very happy about my spectral tiers, because they certainly make a lot of these rooms a lot nicer.
Friends till the end.
A lot of these rooms with little rocks blocking everything ordinarily. It's just, no worries. Also, for some reason, we're only getting like 2 different types of pills. We're getting Horf and we're getting Friends till the end. I guess we've seen other pills, but they were all behind rocks when I had that weird bomb situation where none of them existed. Could be worse. It's not 5 bombs, admittedly, but... okay, I made a mess of this. I mean, again, I could just zoop past all of those with my cool dash moves, but... that is not thoughts I'd like to have before willy-nilly just diving in face first. Please, no grade. Okay. That. Oh, that's nice. Buy everything for cool stat ups. Might as well buy the battery as well. Bloop. Health down. Good. Nice. Very good. I'm tempted to take the world card, actually. Although, I have full mapping, so perhaps I'm a little less tempted. Now that I have that in memory. Now that I remember what build I have. Maybe I don't need a world card, since it would do nothing. You know, it's good to think about these things. Let's just move on. Like, damage-wise, we're okay, for sure. Health-wise, I'd say we're also just pretty great. I guess Polaroid's really good on this character, isn't it? And we have Holy Water. I mean, that's a build on its own. Just Holy Water. And I guess this is a pretty good Angel room just in terms of health as well, and... maybe I'll just fight an Angel for fun, you know, why not? The boxing gloves are just great. The fact that they're just happening all the time now because of the combination of high luck, many tiers shooting at the same time, and pretty much just guarantees that at least one of every shot is going to have one of those boxing gloves inside it. Makes it pretty nice. I don't know where to stand for this. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way of being Tainted Judas. It's a pretty good way to deal with your problems. Just be Tainted Judas, and suddenly, whoop, everything vanishes away. Thought it was Curse of Darkness. It was not. It's the video game. Do I go for the cruise room? It's all the way over there, but at the same time, the secret room's there as well, and that'd be kind of nice. Yeah, I suppose I should. Also, one thing that I had in mind recently is I should play this machine more often, because I still need to actually pick up the dollar bill at some point, and sure, I could just Tainted Cane my way all the way until the end of the world, but I don't really want to. If I can just get things before being Tainted Cane, then that would just be ideal. Because I think ultimately, like, I can get every single item in the game as Tainted Cain, realistically speaking. And, well, that works. I just, the more I can prevent having to keep making death certificates as Tainted Cain, I'd like to keep it that way, really. And I suppose that also means we're gonna have to play some of those machines at times. I don't regret taking this route. It's mostly led to good things so far. I regret it a little bit now. But not like a whole lot. I mean, this was fine. Plus, it was kind of on. It was only a slight detour as well, so it's not like the worst thing. I suppose Soul isn't really as good anymore now that we got the Mind. That's one that I hadn't really thought about yet, but I suppose that is part of our current situation. I don't like these rooms very much. Queen of Hearts on a character that can't take red hearts. There you go. Very nice. Very cool. But we're just cozily moseying around, I guess, towards the end of the run at this point. If we can just keep having a map, then yeah, it's just gonna be a nice walk. And I actually do kind of appreciate that, so that's good. Can I hit that from here? Yeah. Free bomb for a bomb. That's not a free bomb. It's just a bomb. I mean, it's ultimately nothing. I spent a bomb to get one bomb. There is another range uphill somewhere on this floor, but I don't really want to go back for it. The Scourge. The one boss fight we have not really seen ever, because every time I fight this boss, we have a build that insta-kills him. Is that spawn? No, that's 2 syringes, I guess. Fine. Please give me a map for the final floor. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go to the curse room. I don't know if I should, but it's what I'm going to do. Because I want to fight the mini-boss. I'm just feeling like that's a great idea right now. Look at that. 2 half of red heart, but also 1 soul heart, I suppose, so fair enough. I wasn't really expecting that to... I was kind of hoping for a heart, I guess, after I saw which boss it was, but... Nah, well. There's a range up. And that's why I didn't go back for the other one. And the speed up as well. I need all these things for this last floor, you see, because otherwise my build's not good enough. Similarly, the boss challenge room, I could probably bomb my way in there, since we've already beaten both greeds, I'm fairly sure. So we can pretty much guarantee that we won't get stuck on that door. I suppose we should probably just do that too. Just to make the run a little safer. It's nice to be safe. Bread, yeah, worth it. To fight probably some of the more difficult bosses in the game. For 1 health. I just don't need, I need to not get hit, that's the only thing. Plus another Scourge. I wonder how it'll end this time. It may surprise you, but the answer was similarly. It wasn't really a surprise, was it? It was a little surprising that it went okay 2 times in a row, I suppose, in a way, but still, in the grand scheme of things, perhaps it wasn't the most surprising thing in the world. One day I'll learn how to do this room properly without having to use dark arts, but today is not going to be that day. Even though I clearly have plenty of health for it. And I have taken damage in that room before, so I should probably at least try to learn it at some point. But the downside of a Tainted Judas run, whereas it does have many upside, but the one downside is I get very lazy and I just start running for it. Pretty much regardless of what my build is, really. I just want to keep going. And then I won't spend time learning things because I can just dark arts my way through everything. Which I haven't really used that much this run, admittedly. I could have been using it a little bit more. There's little I am error friend. And just so much health. No errors on this floor. This is a perfect floor. I forget what this guy can even give. Flies and spiders, but I think he has like an item pool as well, but I don't really remember if any of the items he gives are particularly good. It's bone hearts. I mean, it's an extra hit, I suppose. It's ultimately irrelevant if I want to use that strength card immediately, but still. I guess entering that fight with a whole bunch of spiders is kind of nice. Could get a rotten heart for our troubles. But I guess it's one thing that I haven't really done on video, at least, is actually give this one money. I've only blown him up so far. So I figured, you know what? Why not give the rotten beggar some money? He's just hanging out, trying to have a good time. Been covered by holy water, and he gave us compost, which actually that's a pretty large amount of flies and spiders for this final boss. So I'll actually take that. That presumably did a decent chunk of damage to Mother here, so all in all, pretty good start to the fight. I'm in a bad spot, yeah. I ended that attack in a poor place, but I mean, it did give me a lot of damage up at the same time, so it doesn't really matter too much. We still have 11 hearts for the rest of the fight, so I think we might be okay. Especially since I got the fish attack, I should probably be using that more as well. Since especially with this increased sized aura, because we've gotten hit quite so much, it would probably be a good idea. But then we can also do something like this and just turn our damage up by twice as much. This character is so silly. Which is a silly little character, isn't it? Yeah. Very nice, very cool. I don't even know what the unlock for this is, but it's just one of those things. It's nice and easy to do. It's a good way to end a week. We got a little bit of holiday spirit with our little hat. This is actually not a bad trinket if you're going for devil deals. And I thought I already had it unlocked for some reason, so that works out, I suppose. It's a thing done as Judas. We now have a little thing in the bottom right with an egg, so we can turn on Christmas for the little Santa hat, which we might do in some of the runs for the next week, as it is the time. So we'll do that. Probably won't mess around with those seeds too much. Most of them do just block unlock, so that's just not exactly what I want to do. But some of the more just pure aesthetic ones are pretty nice. There is one that gives you, since Repentance, I think there's one that gives you a permanent retrovision. So that would be great if you want to just be miserable. But there's a couple fun ones in there, and definitely worth looking into. Either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another one with a different character. I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.